How's it going? Welcome back to another MTMR model railway video. So another unboxing as usual, and you already know it in the title. What's it called? We've already had a look at another Suburban unit, so this is part of the same pack as that, but today we're going to have a look at the Series 225 100s. So like our unboxing on the 225, this is just a standard 4-car unit once again. So it's basically packed the same way as such. Pack number 10 for 1440. I'm pretty sure this is an Osaka one again, but they technically would have could run anywhere. But yeah, so this is the rapid transit as usual. 225s and 223s are supposedly semi-identical units internally, but externally they had a few upgrades. For example, like the new cab design, which was supposed to be more resistant to collisions and so on like that. So yeah, it's nice to have something a little bit different. But unlike the 223s, which could be MU'd with 221s, these are only MU'able with 225s and 223s. So let's have a quick look around the box. We got standard little writing on the side, a little thing on the back talking about connections. You can connect it with a 8-carriage 225, or so to make it into a full 12-carriage rate, or yeah, on the 223s you could actually put the 225 on it, which is kind of cool. You've got the Unitrack system, so yeah, all pretty decent sort of stuff. Alright. Yep, pretty normal, regular stuff, I think. Anyways, let's open it, I guess. Once again, I do like the fact that these boxes are designed with being able to be hung on a peg. It's kind of nice. Does make even though most of the places I've seen, at least how in Australia, would usually have it lined up in shelves anyways. I would like to get this out without damaging the box, but as you can see, it's pretty difficult because of the way that the box kind of locks in. So, yep. Same sort of style as the other one, nothing too different. You get a whole lot of destination rolls for the unit. These are to be stuck onto the sides, which should be those ones there. So, and somewhere else. And your instruction manuals once again. So we'll take a quick look at those instruction manuals. Shouldn't be too different from what we've seen previously. Unfolding them, there's our instruction manual. It's for packs 1439, 1440 and 029. So this looks like it's actually designed for a train set. I've just realised, because this is, yeah, that's a train set design section. But so your standard little instruction manual. It's a nice fold-out instruction manual as well. It talks about some of the additional parts that can be added. I think this is actually designed to have the the safety barriers also fitted. Talking about the the ability to change the top part, destination roll and the inside, which we'll have a look at those parts in a minute. The two different packs of the 8-carriage, 4-carriage configuration as such, and of course you can couple it up with the and how it formations, and then there's your it looks like two 225s together to make a array. So there you go. I'm talking about DCCing, and I think something we'll talk about the lights should be, yep, it's actually this pack, which is kind of nice as well. So, and talking about putting decals on your stuff and your spare parts as usual, which is nice of Kato to do so. Getting to the box, got our plastic cover. And these are our side barrier wall thing, safety barriers to be fitted on each unit, and a pack of spare couplings, which is nice, really good. This one should be, most likely will be our extra destos for, I assume, different routing. Assumingly for a different routing that I can't read. So, let's get into the models. This is your main front drive unit, unpowered, but does have working lights, and of course you can fit your interior lights as well. Power unit, you can tell because of the extra weight. It's also got 2 pantographs fitted, 2 single arm pans fitted on the unit, so that's pretty nice. Very nice little pantographs, and quite delicate, but they don't feel like they're going to break that easily either, so that's kind of nice. So, just a trailing unit. So this one, just standard unit. Nothing too special about this, other than the fact that it looks really nice. And then our final driving unit, a cab unit as it is also called. Which also has the pan fitted. So there's 3 pans along the train. I don't know if they operate with all 3 at the same time, or do they just operate with 2. I'll find that out later. And of course you've got your light switches, switch on and off the lights as well, the headlights. So you can, if you to run these together, you don't want the lights in the center of the train, because that's just kind of odd. So awesome. We'll move everything away, pack everything up, and then we'll go and get some nice close-ups. Alright, so it's time to go into a bit of the brief history of the Series 225s. They're not going to be too different to the 223s if I recall, but we'll still cover whatever we can find on them. So, the Series 225 is an electric multiple unit operated by JR-West. They were built by Shinkaisoku and Kawasaki from 2010 and are the evolution of the 223 series. The units differed from the 223 with a redesigned cab and a few other modern updates, but are still compatible to operate in MU with the 223s. They primarily run the rapid transit services operating across the JR-West network. The first of the fleet began operation in late 2010 and continued to service multiple lines in the sector, including the Kato, Sanyo, Ako, Osaka Loop, Hanwha, and Kansai airport lines, just to name a few. Right, it's time for our first impressions and close look. So, yeah, we're going to do a quick spin as part of our first impression, so let's give it a spin. Units are from left to right, front to car 1 to car 4. Motor unit is the pantograph carriage. They're all looking pretty good, I must admit. That's pretty much as per the expectation. They obviously have the slightly different front to the 223s, but they are definitely don't look too bad at all. So let's take a look at the front and the second unit. So the front driver's unit and the power car, which has the pantograph fitted. We'll have a closer look at those, and then we'll jump over and test them out. Alright, it's time for our close-up. So I've had to re-chock the units just to make it a bit better, I guess. But let's go take a quick look around. So we'll obviously start with our driver's unit. Our driver's unit is, well, what can we say? It's nicely detailed, doesn't it? Isn't it? Looking on the front of it, you can see it's got the destinations and stuff fitted already. And it does read out rapid service on it. What's the desto is actually saying, so maybe you guys can see a bit better. I should note that the between the first part of this video and the closer look component of this video, the we have changed cameras, so maybe it might mean you guys can actually see it a bit better compared to how the 223's video was.
Going down, you got your directional headlighting. I'm pretty sure it's directional headlighting. It should all work. It's got the same sort of couplers as per all of the other Kato EMUs, at least with the 223s, which is good. Which means we will be able to couple them up as well. So because they should work in multi with them. So it's got some in-cab detail also on. You can see they've also got the side holes on the side of the unit for the new guards that came in the pack earlier. So possibly we'll look into fitting them. It does look a bit weird having the 2 holes on the side of the unit. I'll get to it when I can get to it. And yeah, so, and the JR printing. The printing on the side and the lining is actually really clean as usual. So that's really cool. And really good as well. I'm not sure if it's pad printed. Don't know what the process is for this particular model is. I know our models are usually pad printed, or tamper printed as they call, or as it also seems to be known as. But I'm not 100% sure how these ones are done. You've also got window wipers, but those are slits in the windscreen and then painted up. But that's fair. The door actually looks pretty good. Both the doors, the cab doors and so on, even though they are just molded pieces, the slightly different layering and the cutouts make them look pretty good actually. Coming on to our pantograph carriage, which is our second unit, which is also the motor unit for this pack. We can see firstly with the gangway, it's not bad. It looks pretty good actually. It's got a little bit of a little plastic gangway section in the center. Which has where the door is, and the door does not have a door or window on it. I'm not sure if that's correct, but it doesn't have it on the model. This unit utilizes twin single arm pans, so you got the single arm pan on one end, and then you got another one on the opposing end. So just a little bit different. Instead of the twin arms, it's got details. Nice, you can see the tops of the seats, and I'm pretty sure the one that doesn't have a motor does have the seats inside them. You got the printing of the unit number 102, so it's 225102, which is nice. Bogies don't look too bad, a little basic, but I think with most suburban units they're pretty basic anyway, so it's probably pretty accurate. Got a bit of undercarriage detail here. It also covers up where the motor sits, because it sits below the frame. And we're now onto this end. There's a little thing on the top of the doors. I'm not 100% sure what that says because I can't see, but with the lines and the shape and the profiling looks really clean. There's no mold lines, easy to see mold lines anyways, and details are definitely visible. So there's very good tooling they have for this model. Back onto the motor unit, we can see once again the corridor is not bad. It uses the same couplers on the front between the carriages, so it's all standard coupling. You can actually technically do something silly or putting the front end to the to a corridor, but oh well. You can see that they've got the little stickers on the side of this door for the disability access, which is nice, nicely printed on. Air conditioners on the top of the unit as well. Those look like they have been separately fitted, which is really nice. So, yeah, and you got your destination box here. I'm pretty sure, I think this one came with destination, so I don't fully recall. I haven't had a look in the box for a while. And you got your other, your 102 on this unit as well. So, there we go. So not too bad at all. It does look really nice. It's definitely a very high detail model, and the tooling is really good as well. So yeah, let's jump onto the layout and go and give them a run. We will of course do a running in of our power unit first, and then we'll run the rest of them together. You may see the 223 in the background as well. Alright, so we're back at the layout. Time to get this 225 tested. So you can see the setup has been changed up a bit. This has actually been filmed after some of the next videos, so you will notice in the next video we use a slightly different setup. After doing some testing, actually we see that there's the 223 currently parked up next to in this bay track. They're actually not. This is the expansion pack, so they don't have traction tires, which make them kind of low in power, so they can't actually get up the grades. So
I basically had to create a layer which doesn't have too steep of grades. So I've got the motor unit, just plop this on because it has got traction tyres, so I'll just manually rail it on. Awesome. So same sort of stuff, we'll give it its running in. I'm expecting it to operate approximately the same as the 223, so we'll just let it just rock it a little bit first, just see how it rolls. This is using Kato's SX controller, so PWM controlled controller. I'm fine with using this controller for most of the Kato stuff. I've noticed a lot of the newer motors have been more suitable for PWM controllers. I do also have an S controller that we will may use for some of the older stuff in the future. So let's get moving. We'll do 30 minutes each way, adjust the unit. We'll do about 3 shots each way as well, because obviously looking at a single carriage like this is a bit funny. Then we'll run it with the whole set. So let's send it off. Doing about 50% on the controller now. Alright, that's the running in done. So we'll go and couple up the rest of the carriages and then we'll give it a run with the rest of the carriages. I'll do all this off camera, I have to move the unit anyway, so we'll be back in a sec. Alright, we've got the whole thing currently put together, all 4 units, set in the same formation as the 223, so which is currently parked on the opposite platform, as you can see. Don't expect it to have any problems, so let's give it a go. With that you can also see the working headlights, also the working destos, so let's give it a roll.
Well, there we are. Not too bad of a little model, isn't it? It's a little bit noisier than the 223, but I partially blame the controller for that as well. So, really nice little model. You get a decent amount of details to fit to it. So obviously it has none of the guards currently fitted, but the details on the model is not too bad. It's actually pretty decent. Very comparative with the 223, which is actually a newer run model compared to the 225. It's a decent little set if you're interested in the Western region rapid transit services, because obviously these are Western region units. Don't look too bad at all. Very fine printing done, very nice details. Operationally seems pretty decent, other than the fact I had to put a little bit of lubrication, but that's also probably my fault for not running it since when I got it about almost a year ago. I have to admit this part of the filming has been delayed quite a lot compared to the a lot of the other videos. So, but yeah, panel guards look nice. They are different, obviously, because they are the single arm pans compared to the double arm pans that are usually that are used on the older variation. Other than that, yeah, can't say anything too bad about it. Only thing you have to remember is, like the 223, it will struggle to go up grades. The shorter pack doesn't have traction tyres fitted to the motor unit. If you buy the 8-pack variation, which we may look at in the future, possibly, they do come with traction tyres, and those will allow you to get up the hills. So that's just a thing to be aware of. It's, in my case, I like using the shorter sets, but then again, I am also trying to create a sort of different scene. I wanted something that fit the platform, but never know, I might go over an 8-car set in the future anyway, so we'll see what happens. So with that, we'll let the 225 depart from the screen, and we'll end off our video. I hope everyone has enjoyed this little look at the 225 Series 225 for which operates in the JR-West Rapid Transit region. Stay tuned for more videos. Don't know what suburban units we have left. Actually, we do have one coming up, but I'm not 100% sure on what really we're doing anymore, because it's just all over the place. We were originally doing a lot of Shinkaisens. We're running out of those, obviously, so we also picked up the steam engines, and now we're doing suburban. So we're kind of doing it across the board, but it's all mainly Western stock, if you hadn't realised. So thank you all for watching. We'll catch you all next time.